What's up guys, this video is all about options trading in the UK. Now the short version is that there aren't too many providers that provide a full suite of options if you are looking to trade from the UK. I spent the last 2 weeks looking at some of the bigger providers, and companies like IG, 212 Plus, they either don't provide options, true options trading, or they provide a very small suite of options that you can trade, so it's just not worth using them. So in this video we're going to cover the two big providers who provide a full service and a full suite of options. And for each of these providers we're going to look at 4 aspects. Firstly, the background and reputation of the company. Secondly, the ease of use of their platforms. Thirdly, the process to open an account and fund and withdraw. And then fourthly, what's the price for the service offering. So number 1 is Interactive Brokers. So Interactive Brokers is a well-established listed company and is used by a lot of big companies' professionals. So they get a tick straight away, a 5 out of 5 for their background and reputation. In terms of their platforms, they have a desktop, they have a web, and they have an app. The desktop is really geared towards professionals in my opinion. It's clunky and really hard to use. If you're a beginner, if you're just starting out, I would suggest use the web, which is a little glitchy at times but simple, or the app, which just takes a bit of time to get used to. So for their platforms, I'd give them a 3 out of 5. Now in terms of the process to open an account and fund, Interactive Brokers, I found it painful, to be honest. It only took 3 days, but they don't have very good support. So I had to go back and forth on email and argue about KYC, which is a pain in the backside. But I did get the account opened in 3 days, which isn't too bad. And a major plus is because they have a UK bank custodian, it means you can fund your account through faster payments same day and be trading same day and withdraw same day in theory as well, which is great. That's a huge plus. Overall though, I'm going to give them a 3 out of 5 just because that account opening can be very painful, and sometimes some people, the KYC, it can just go on and on and on, so just bear that in mind. So the final point is on pricing. Now do check the website to see what the latest pricing is, but as of this moment there is no cost to open an account, there's no cost for inactivity. One option will cost you 65 cents to open and 65 cents to close. That all sounds okay. The negative is that you don't get any live streaming data, so you've got to pay for that data. The 2 data bundles will cost you $15 a month, which I think is too much. The alternative is to use delayed market pricing, which obviously won't work, or to use snapshot data. So you press a button and it gives you a live price for that one thing, that one moment, and each time you do that it costs you 3 cents. But up to $1 I think you get free snapshot data. So basically 33 snapshots a month you will get for free, but then you have to pay after that. So just bear in mind those costs could ramp up. Please do check the website for latest pricing. So overall on pricing, I'm going to give them a 3 out of 5 because the costs aren't too bad, but the fact that you've got to pay for live streaming is just, I don't think that's good. So overall, as you can see, it's a 5, a 3, a 3, and then a 3. So total, that's 14 out of a potential 20 points for Interactive Brokers. The second provider is Tastyworks. So in terms of background and reputation, they were set up by some brokers a few years ago. They seem to be geared more towards retail investors, which I think is a good thing. And they've recently been bought out, which I think has completed now, by IG.com, which is a huge provider based in the UK, a listed company, which I think is only a positive because IG has all that money behind it and has some really easy to use platforms. So you may see that the IG platforms become easier to use. So that's a 5 out of 5. Now coming on to the platforms, IG, I haven't used the desktop platform, but the web is okay and the app is okay. That's all I'd say. The web is actually, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty easy to use, but it's not the most simple user interface, and that's why I think IG coming on board, maybe in a few months, it might take a bit longer, you may see some improvements in their user interface. So as it stands, I'm going to give them a 3 out of 5 as well. In terms of account opening and funding, the process to open the account took the same time, 3 days, but I just found it a much easier process. I got to day 3, I went on to live chat, I got through to someone, I spent 20 to 30 minutes waiting while I was on with that person, but he got my account opened there and then, which was, it's nice to have something action straight away. So while it took 3 days, much like Interactive Brokers, it just felt like a more positive experience. And the customer service, at least what I experienced, was really positive. Funding, unfortunately, isn't so straightforward with Tastyworks. You basically have two options: using a UK bank or currency fair. The problem with UK banks is that a lot of them are shutting down transfers to crypto related sites, and Tastyworks has crypto, so you may not be able to do a transfer. The banks that allow you to transfer, what you may not be aware of is that while they say their international transfer fee is £0 to £5 or something like that, they build in a lot of exchange rate costs, something like 3 to 5%. So if you're transferring over £1,000, you could be paying £30 to £50 just to transfer over in exchange rate without even knowing it. So basically, the only low-cost option is using Currency Fair. So Currency Fair is a website which allows you to exchange and then transfer funds over, much like many others out there, except Currency Fair is the only one that Tastyworks currently will let you use. All in all, you're looking at a transfer same day into a Currency Fair account, an exchange into dollars, which will cost you 0.3 to 0.5%, which is reasonable. You then transfer over, which may cost £3 to £5, or if you've got the 5 free trades, nothing with Currency Fair, and then it'll take 3 days to be available to use, and there may be a $20 charge with the account that Tastyworks uses in the US, the bank over there as well. So it's long-winded, but overall it's lower cost than using a UK bank. So overall, while the process to open an account felt much easier and they've got really good live chat, the funding and withdrawal is a painful process. Withdrawal actually will cost you potentially $45, and then you've got to go through Currency Fair and exchange and all those costs again. So I'm going to give them 3 out of 5 as well. So the final thing to consider is pricing with Tastyworks. So in short, there is no cost to open the account, no inactivity fee, no cost for live streaming of data. It's $1 to open one contract. There is no price for closing the contract. So overall, the costs are really good. It's really straightforward and really simple. But obviously, do check their website for their latest pricing. So I'm going to give them 4 out of 5 on pricing. So if we total the scores for Tastyworks, they've got 5, 3, 3, and 4. So they've got 15 out of 20 as opposed to the 14 out of 20 that Interactive Brokers had. Now the point is these scores are pretty similar, and it's subjective how you'd score these. As it stands though, if you want a provider who is UK based for easy funding and withdrawals with a decent platform, Interactive Brokers. If you want a provider with a decent platform with great customer service, with a bit of a pain in the arse when it comes to funding and withdrawal, Tastyworks is the one to go for. I'll put links to Interactive Brokers and Tastyworks down below. Please do use my referrals, it will definitely help me out. They also may have some offers at the time if you use the links. I've also put a link to Currency Fair below. If you transfer over €2,000 with them, we both get €50 each, which is a nice little incentive. The whole point of this channel is all about personal finance, so I'll be covering everything from work and career to stocks, to passive income, to options trading, to spread betting, everything. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, please do subscribe, please do hit that notification. Really appreciate a like and a comment below. Thank you so much for watching.